Hi, I'm Bill Osmolsky with the MacIver Institute, and this is your MacIver News Bulletin. The last time Wisconsin passed a state budget 2 years ago, Republicans controlled the Assembly, the Senate, and the governor's office, and there were still major disagreements over how to spend taxpayers' money. This time around, with a Republican legislature and a Democrat governor, you can bet it's far worse. But there's one thing a lot of Republicans and Democrats do agree on: raising the gas tax. The public, however, is not on board. A recent Marquette Law School poll found that 57% of likely voters oppose a gas tax hike, and only 39% support raising the gas tax. Governor Evers says that needs to change.
I know somebody's going to say the Marquette poll said 57% of the people don't want to raise their gas tax. I understand that. We have to do a better job of selling that issue.
But Representative Joe Sanfilippo has an idea that would increase revenue to the DOT another way: taking the sales tax collected from auto sales and putting that towards road repairs.
It puts us on a sustainable funding path, right? Because the gas tax, even if we were to raise the gas tax today and index it the way the governor has proposed, everybody familiar with the conversation agrees that that's still not fixing the problem. That's just a Band-Aid, because that's a diminishing source of revenue.
However, Evers says that money is best spent in areas other than roads.
Where's that money going to come from? Schools. That money would go to schools, our natural resources, health. So essentially, he would be doing exactly what the Republicans have done for the last 8 years, and that is take general fund money and put it into the transportation fund. It's just that he would take even more money from the general fund and to put the transportation fund.
Sanfilippo's plan would be part of a package of reforms currently building support behind the scenes at the Capitol. Education spending goes up in nearly every state budget, just never as much as public education supporters want. So it's no surprise that former state superintendent and current governor Tony Evers is proposing a massive increase, $1.6 billion in the state budget. MacIver's latest Chart Smart puts that spending in perspective, with things like the downward trend in enrollment over the past 15 years. As the Joint Committee on Finance traveled the state to hold public hearings on the state budget, Assembly Democrats traveled the state to build support for their top issue: accepting a deal from the federal government to expand Medicaid. Wisconsin currently does not have a health care coverage gap, but the issue of expanding Medicaid doesn't seem to have much to do about actual coverage.
The ARP has decided this year that this is the year we're going to win this fight, and this is a hill we're going to die on if we have to.
That expansion would allow an additional 82,000 people to sign up for Medicaid. But Republicans say that's not necessary. Half of them are already insured, and the rest have much better options available to them in the private market.
The premium costs for somebody who is at between $13,000 and $17,000 for a plan on the exchange, the Obamacare exchange, is 18 cents a month. The deductible, annual deductible for somebody on that plan is $50 a year. So under any circumstances, compared to private insurance that you're getting through your company or whatever, this is affordable. It is very affordable, even for people of modest means.
So it's unknown how many of the 82,000 would be interested in Medicaid coverage.
What are we going to have to do when the Voss Republicans block everything we want to do here, okay? Are we going to take to the streets? What are we going to do? Because that is what is going to happen in this state for us to get what we need every day for your happy.
The Joint Committee on Finance finished holding public hearings on the budget last week. It will soon begin crafting the actual state budget bill in the weeks to come. Be sure to visit MacIverInstitute.com for regular updates and check us out on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. For the MacIver Institute, I'm Bill Osmolsky, and this has been your MacIver News Bulletin.